Hello, once again, dear viewers, and welcome back to another Moonflower Tarot reading. In today's message, I'm going to be channeling messages from your higher self, from spirit, from the universe, about a major transformation that is either going underway in your life currently, or any transformations that you are attracting in your life right now, whether it's aligning with the manifestation, healing, releasing old timelines, or whatever comes through. I am going to keep it open. And as this is a general reading, only take what resonates. And right now, we're just going to really take a look at the immediate future and any signs, synchronicities, signals from the universe you've been seeing, confirmations. And I want to bring the best information I can to you about ways that can aid you in this time of major transformation. So if that sounds good, thank you so much for joining me. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help this channel. And let's see what transformations are going to be either taking place soon in your life or are underway right now. I will also mention, I will link any songs or music that I get downloaded in the description below, just so it can help you tune in with this frequency you're aligning with, or for energy healing purposes. A couple songs did come in right away as I was tuning into your frequency, along with some other side messages. And right now, the biggest thing that did come through was you are manifesting or healing old relationships or letting go of old relationships to let new ones in. The first song that came to me was DNA by the band BTS. And while that song kind of was like a little bit about like connecting, I interpret it as connecting with a soulmate, like this destined love. However, when I was feeling the energy of that song, I felt like getting a boy band together, like you're looking for your soul family, you're looking for your collective, and you're calling across space and time to find those people and find your tribe and find your community. So that might be something you're manifesting now. The other song that came in, and I'm not quite sure the name of the singer, I think her name is Sky, but the song was You're Not the One. And one of the lyrics um, goes, I was enjoying the ride, but now we're standing on the gravesite. So it was a sort of about a love that was very quick and fleeting, but it was kind of like, yeah, because it was like love at first sight, but it didn't last because it was not based on a mutual connection. So it feels like some of you have been through some breakups maybe, or you just been searching for people, searching for the one, or searching for the right family, so to speak. That is the biggest thing that is transforming for you very soon. And I'm going to be giving you some ways, methods of healing, if I can channel it right now. But before I get into that, I do want to note, for some of you or a few of you, there was a specific message about needing to look into different methods of either manifestation or channeling. Some of you might need to, I'm hearing, incorporate roses into your energy work. And that's specifically roses. If you are participating in a group of people who is actively like using like like botanicals or like plants or herbology for ways of healing, that using those methods is going to be very good and soothing. I'm hearing like you can actually cook with rose water, and I've done it before. It's actually very good. Rose water actually in small amounts can be good for your skin. Um, it's very soothing and it's like softens it, but there is this need to invest in the part of you that is feminine and loving yourself and inviting that energy into you spiritually, because that's going to put you in alignment with a feminine energy mindset, which is about receiving in order to align with your manifestations flowing, sitting back and just watching the yard grow rather than going out there and checking the soil or checking the planters every few days. It's like sometimes the flowers just need time to grow, and you need to treat yourself like a flower now. So incorporating roses, rose petals in your bath, just whatever resonates with you more, or just rose oil. It just feels like you need a lot of that influence around you right now. And that's one of the biggest suggestions, of using that as a method of manifestation and transformation, because you want to become the energy of what you're aligning with. And if you're focusing too much on what you're thinking or what you're doing, you're not being as much, you're not embodying it. In fact, you are almost like pushing it away, pushing whatever you want away by doing more and incorporating more into your life rather than just sitting back and being. you know just think of it as productive fun time, because self-care is necessary. It is needed, for your growth and your survival. So um, let me see what is transforming in your life. I love that the Two of Cups keeps coming up a lot more recently. I think for me too. And I think a lot of people in the world right now are desperate for community. When we see the world almost tearing itself apart or being torn apart, that's where we want to join together more. It's like this human urge to be one together. And, if we are apart, we are weaker, we're stronger together. There's a sense of needing community and wanting it. And being in the mindset of just releasing the old, letting in the new is feels like it's daunting, because it feels like you might seem like you're up against the world right now. Um, like have your back on the wall. And I'm hearing some of you need to kind of stop being a wallflower. Some of you have made up your mind on ending a partnership recently. And if that's so, your higher self is saying good for you and is cheering you on, because there is this time of releasing and letting go of the old that, believe it or not, we as a collective on a soul level move together. So chances are, like, there are probably quite a few of you who are going to come across this reading or a lot of other readings like this. This is a very common energy, and a similar energy I've been seeing with the people around me or the people I've been working with recently, is this idea of, I can't be with the people I was with before. I've either grown or I've adapted to their unkindness. And now I'm realizing that I don't want that in my life. I realize how much it's hurt me. And meeting new people who see you and feeling seen by those who understand what you've been through is such an empowering thing. And once you meet a group of people who align with you, you're not going to want to go back to that old mindset. But there is this shift of knowing right now that you are not only standing in your power and in your truth and authenticity, but you are growing past the ones who are refusing to let you go. You're growing past the ones who did not want to heal with you and want to stay stuck in their ways. And this is often a common issue I see with a collective spiritual movement towards bettering oneself and community connections. And I think, so I heard the Jewel song, Who Will Save Your Soul? I'm going to link it in the description below. I heard that it's triggering for some of you. What's that about? Who will save your soul? I heard it. See, I don't remember the song, but I heard that one of your higher self said it's judgmental. So you might have had people in your life who judged you for what you did in your life and what you may have, things you used to cope with a lot of your pain and or cope with trauma, so to speak. And that's, first of all, that's not on you to consider their emotions or their reaction to your pain, because it's on them to control that side of them. They have absolutely no right to judge you and no right to, I'm hearing, cast stones at you. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry if that's the case. But it's fair to say that, I mean, it's okay. There are a lot of people who don't know what it's like to go through the worst of it, who don't know what you've been through. You don't owe them an explanation, and you don't owe them a minute of your time. You are worth more than to be looked down upon or degraded for the things that you did to survive the worst that life threw at you. And I just want to almost give you a pat on the back and hug you spiritually. It's like, honey, you're okay. Forgive yourself, because you're a beautiful soul, and it doesn't matter what you've done to get through it. If you're alive here now, and you can change at any time, and you're still worthy of love even at the worst moments of your life. So I just want to give that to you and let you know that no one has the right to judge you, honey. I feel like you have this very there's a lot of spirit guides around you. If you're going through people in your life who had judged you for something you might have done to get through the worst of your life. If you understand what this means, then you know. But there's this need to be with people who are non-judgmental or react to your pain in such a, I'm hearing, hideous way, because some people have wounds they don't know about, or they haven't looked into. And so when they hear about others, and especially if you're more authentic and open and honest, you have the courage and bravery to say, this is what's going on, in being vulnerable to a lot of people who don't know, what it's meant, what it's meant to be in such pain, in real dire straits. Like, I'm hearing you've been in like poverty situations, you've been hurt by a lot of people. And I just want to say, first of all, thank you for being here and seeking guidance. All my love, my heart is going to you right now. And I pray that you have a lot of angels around you. Respectfully, I just want to say that you do not deserve to be treated with that unkindness and unfairness, regardless of what you might have done, regardless of what you might have chosen to do with your time, because truth be told, it happens to everyone. And I don't know your situation, so I don't really want to say some of the things that are coming to mind out of respect. But I just want to say that we as a community are here for you. This channel is here for you, and God, and there's a lot of love here for you. So I just want to say thank you for being here and choosing to do the work to move on, because clearly you are transforming. Because one of the things that really God impressed upon with me and my whole journey is he kept reiterating the reason why these miracles happen, the reasons why your life has transformed in such a drastic way, is because you were willing to do the work, but not only willing to do it, but keep doing it. You had set intentions to do it and show up every day. And even if showing up means showing up for yourself, even if showing up means being in bed crying your eyes out because someone long ago hurt you and now you're reliving that, there is no shame in that. You are still showing up for yourself because you're allowing yourself to cry those tears. You are showing up for yourself. That is the work you're committed to. Because when you heal yourself, you heal the world. You give the world permission to heal itself too. Because we are living in a time and age where it's almost like self-care is a privilege and a commodity. And that's something I just want to say, we as a society have to knock that mindset out right now. It's like, if the quality of life for a human being is worth $1 amount, and we are seeing people taking that right for a quality life away, that is irresponsible, that is inhumane, and it has to stop. And it first stops when we decide as a group of people to sit down and take care of ourselves. And then we go out into the world and we care for others. But energy work, spiritual work is so important, because you are showing other people the way to healing. You are showing other people the way to become more evolved and peaceful. So I think that is one of the biggest major transformations happening for you. And I'm hearing a lot of your peers are facing that too. If you are with a group of people, a group of friends who are helping you through this, they want to say, thank you too. I heard the phrase namaste. You might be doing yoga, you might be partaking in Reiki, or I'm hearing some of you are okay, you might be practitioners of Reiki or magic or healing magic. Because I keep seeing, like, how do I want to say this? Like a pantry full of herbs, like just a complete medicine pantry, let's just call it. And it's all natural remedies. It's all the stuff that is out in nature that our ancestors used for just the basic primal things our body needs, because this planet has everything we need. Like we grew, like we evolved as a species surrounded by the stuff that is our medicine. Food is medicine, plants are medicine. And we just lost sight of that because, everything had to be commercialized as our society grew to such a big level. But it doesn't have to be like that. You can balance both parts of the things in this world, industrial and ecological. You can. It is entirely possible. It's been done before. So just keep on doing that. You deserve to be seen as the, I'm hearing medicine man or shaman or medicine woman person you are, because it is important to have that in the community, in the spiritual community, combining and incorporating both modern medicine and its advancements and just the basic primal medicine, because we need to learn how to heal our bodies more. We need to learn to let and allow our bodies to heal itself. And for some of you, you've been working on that for a while. Your higher self wants to say thank you, and you're going to see a lot more progress. And I'm hearing leeway with how much you can do now moving forward, because I think the need for, natural medicine over experimental medication is what I'm hearing is prevalent more than ever. So I'm going to hear some advice or even news from spirit about the major transformation points or advice how to get there. Okay, this is Four of Pentacles, upright or reverse. Up. Okay, so what I'm hearing is you might need to hold on to your spiritual practices for now until you have a group of people you can trust with it. It feels like some of you might be starting up a new business or wanting to. Okay, I'm hearing this as a future endeavor. You have dreams or aspirations. If you don't already have a botanical, spiritual, metaphysical store, disregard this. But for some of you, you have aspirations for doing this sort of medicine, for energy, spirit medicine. Spirit medicine is basically energy work. Plant medicine, using different types of, yeah. I'm just getting this feeling. Some of you might be interested in getting a storefront soon. It feels like you have aspirations for this and a goal in mind, but you don't have a good group of people around you that you trust with this, or you're just in, like, it's in the works. I'm hearing woodworks. So you might be having trouble finding people or locations, or, getting the right grants, or like service work needs to be done in the places you have seen. You're just trying to find the right place with foot traffic. It feels like you're deciding on something and you're setting something in motion. And that's something you should, and actually, I'm hearing you need to continue on that. Yeah, if you're looking at a contract or paperwork right now, you need to really read between the lines, I'm hearing. You need to look at all of it. Look at everything. So a song came to mind. I'm not going to put it in the description below because I don't agree with it, but the song is, I'm hearing blurred lines, and I don't know what that means, but it was related to a contract. So be careful when you're dealing with people, or if he, what am I trying to say? I'm having a hard time with this. Some of you might not even know what you're going to be doing, but one of the things I will suggest is double check and triple check the paperwork that you're being given, because your higher self wants you to go through whatever's happening, but they want you to be extremely careful. Like, it feels like this is happening quickly, so don't let someone blindside you with some sort of clause written into an agreement. Go through it, double triple check it, and make negotiations. Like, make sure you have everything, like your t's crossed, your i's dotted. You read between the lines and you stand up for yourself, because God is going to support you. In fact, I just heard spirits in your higher self say, call on Archangel Gabriel for any future paperwork or last minute corrections to a contract that you might have already signed but haven't turned in yet. Just keep notice of the paperwork you've been given. Yeah, I'm having trouble speaking, so you might have a hard time even adjusting to a newer business model if you're looking at this, because it feels like some of you are wanting to do this, and this is a major thing that's happening. You are aligning with this. It's just about meeting new people, networking, and all that stuff. But call upon your guides, your angels, and even your higher self. They will help you see this through. But just don't let anybody take advantage of you. Yeah, it feels like if some of you was doing this in Taurus season, God is saying don't do it in Taurus season. You might see some delays now, and it might have to do with a particular spot being open nearby that might be better for you. So if rejection is God's protection, basically, I'm getting this sense that you are going to be put in a better position. So keep that in mind if you're moving forward with something. Definitely follow through. And I love this card because it just reconfirms what I was hearing and what I was saying is there's a pathway to soul connections, a pathway to celebration, marriages, arrangements, partnerships with people. I'm hearing for some of you, you're going through going to group therapy. Actually, you might be meeting new people. I'm hearing some of you are learning to become a registered nurse. You might actually meet people at your new job that, okay, yeah, now I'm seeing a nurse in like blue scrubs working on a floor with a bunch of other nurses. And yeah, you're going to find your soul family at your place of work. Let me just say, like, if you're getting a job at a hospital or a clinic, you're going to meet soul family there. You're going to meet people who get you, who understand this. And I'm hearing, okay, for some of you, you don't have a lot of nice people in your past or nice people around you, because one of your who was that spirit guide said, yeah. So your old friends, I heard, think of this whole tarot reading, spiritual stuff, divination stuff as esoteric nonsense. And what I'm going to say to you is that, you know what? Okay, I don't want to say that. I was going to say frick them. Like, I was going to say, you know what? Frick it. Screw them. Like, who the frick cares? Like, what a bunch of goddamn baloney. Excuse me for saying that. I just got kind of a little bit mad because, yeah, no, I got a thumbs up from your higher self. Your higher self to you wants to say you're going to meet people who get this, like, not only esoteric knowledge, but they are going to use it with you and incorporate it into their day-to-day life, to the point where it almost feels mundane. It feels like for those of you who've been healing and trying to find your soul tribe, there are people out there like you who do this every day, who look at tarot readings, who just talk to God and their spirit guides, or just see magic all around you, and they're going to be like you. Because now I keep getting an image of the night sky and a bunch of stars. It's like you get to go stargazing with these people, like that scene in The Lion King, and you're just sitting out with your buddies, and you just come from all over, like the country or all over the globe, and you're not even like the same species of animal, but you're connecting over looking at the stars, and it's beautiful. But it's kind of more like almost spiritually intimate than that. So I see an entire group of friends you might be meeting soon, or you might be working with, and they're very good and supportive coworkers. I'm hearing for you. Yeah, because now I'm seeing a whole bunch of friends going out for tea and just talking. And like that's a very beautiful thing to do with a group of people, is to just get out there and talk and to have that sense of community, because it does wonders for your mental health, for your physical well-being too. It takes like a lot of stress and pain away to be able to connect with people who are like you. And if you are already underway in this transformation, because it feels like most of you have been like seeking this or have been doing this. Like I'm hearing this is either, I'm hearing for some of you it might be a future endeavor where you are choosing to transform. Some of you might actually be on the precipice of this transformation, but the intention is still there. If you're still listening to me, that you probably want this and you need to know this, but it just feels like this is not new to most of you. You are getting this. um, so I just need a second. Okay, so let's see what other advice Spirit has for you, or what else is transforming in your life right now. Yeah, no, I think this is definitely just reiterating everything I've said. Just being able to connect with people spiritually on a higher level, because I keep hearing the phrase esoteric. You are able to speak with people about your experience in the realm of how esotericism, of spiritual work. And you don't even have to be in a profession of spirituality. You don't have to be like a Reiki healer or shaman, or even a tarot reader. Some of you, most of you might be aspiring to do that, or just do that as a hobby in your free time. Um, but, or, yeah, but it just feels like you want to incorporate it into your daily life, or at least be with people or talk with people who get it. Like, especially, I've been feeling a lot more there's starseed awakenings happening. It feels like the collective is ready to shift in that direction. For those of you who have been trying to enter in a more positive mindset, you are also undergoing a lot of transformation in that regard, to have your thoughts and your actions align with the life you want, and the world around you might shift as well. But if you are surrounding yourself with people who are more negative and you feel like off put by that a lot more, that is a very solid and positive sign that you are actually moving on and transforming. Because it's almost like, yeah, I'm hearing their ick doesn't get to you. It feels icky. I'm just going to say this from my own personal experience. I'll give an example. Like, I just recently have been trying to get out there and meet new people. And there was a person very recently I was kind of just vaguely talking with. And maybe 5 or 6 years ago, we would have hit it off great. I would have tried really hard to appease them or to respond to them in a different way. But where I am and in my healing journey, everything they did and said was just completely wrong for me. It just felt very wrong. It's like everything that came out of their mouths was almost tainted with like this negativity. And I just realized that they didn't say anything positive the entire conversation, and I had to keep pulling teeth almost as an expression. I had to keep like the conversation going. I had to keep putting in so much energy, and it was draining and it was negative. And I, no offense to anyone who's like that, but I realized I was at the point in my life where I just could not, I wasn't for me. And like I said, like even a few years ago, I was surrounded by people who were like that constantly, and it was so draining. And I'm like, wow, I've healed so much that no, it's like there's no offense to this person. They were not a bad person. They were not intending to be mean, or they basically did nothing wrong. I had just grown past that sort of energy. I had grown past the type of people who will always turn positive energy into a negative. And now I'm not saying that you shouldn't bring up the shadows of the world, or you shouldn't say something negative. The problem is there's this imbalance of being completely negative. And in the past, there were people who were around me who could only be negative, who can never say or do anything positive, even when they had so much positive in their life. From my own perspective, they couldn't see it. And I would be the person who would try to balance it out by being like, okay, yes, it's raining today, but this is good for the flowers. And they would be like, stop being toxically positive. And it's like, don't you dare spin that. Don't you dare take my, take my attempt to just bring a little bit of joy and light to a conversation or to something in this world and just tear that away from me, because I have the right to sit in a room with people and experience joy even at the negative people's displeasure, because there is a fine line with being toxically positive with someone who needs to express a vulnerability or a negative energy in a way that is healing. And there's a difference between being constantly negative just for the sake of not wanting to feel happy and not wanting to see other people heal around them. Because I've experienced both worlds. It's like toxic positivity is this idea of someone being sad for a legitimate reason and a person coming in and saying, look at the bright side, you should be happy. And it's like, don't dismiss someone's negative experience because the world isn't that bad. That's an example of toxic positivity. It's basically dismissing, it's almost enabling the culture of pushing down emotions or pushing away. Like, talk about your feelings, talk about that. But you might notice people around you see you being positive a lot more because you are healing, and they might have been very negative in the past and they don't want to heal. They don't want to see the sunshine on a sunny day. It's the type of person who complains about the heat when there's sunshine and they have a roof over their heads and a full belly, and all they could see is all the misery in the world. And just stay away from miserable people. That's not on you to change them. And if you find yourself in a situation like you were before, where you were pulling most of the weight, like energetically and spiritually, and even like going out of your way to try to make miserable people happy, and you see yourself going in that direction just slightly, just know that that is going to be a situation that resolves itself quickly. The more you know it's not good for you and the more you feel uncomfortable, there's nothing wrong with you. It's okay to feel discomfort in that situation. So for a few of you, I feel like you needed to hear that to align with a better version of yourself. Stay away from those who make you feel slimy. I'm hearing feel negative and feel like you need to be pouty all the time, feel like you need to hide like your happiness. Like, it's okay to have a good day, even though you might be suffering from something that causes you to feel unhappy most days. Take those days and be happy. Don't let anybody convince you that you shouldn't be on this road to healing because they refuse to do the work and they're choosing to stay stuck in their pain. You are not staying stuck in your pain. You are moving forward, and you are giving yourself the grace and permission to heal yourself with a positive attitude. And I just pray for you and I wish for the best outcome. And I hope all that I said made sense. I think I really kind of went on a tangent, but I'm hearing for a few of you you really needed to hear that. So I want to thank you once again, dear viewers. I welcome you to come back for another reading, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of messages coming in. Recently, I've been kind of keeping it open to what the collective needs. If you like to comment down below what you like to see. But for the most part, I'm just going to leave it here. Wish you the best and see you in the next reading.